Hello, everyone. Welcome to our video today. We're excited to share some fantastic culinary insights and stories with you. Let's get started. So, recently I had an interesting cooking adventure. I was preparing a special dish for a family gathering, a celebration for my son's graduation. The dish was duck à l'orange, a classic French recipe that combines roasted duck with a sweet and tangy orange sauce. Duck à l'orange is one of those dishes that's a real treat, especially for special occasions. The problem arose when I realized that there was a shortage of duck at my usual suppliers. Duck is a flavorful and rich meat that's quite popular in Texas, especially in dishes like duck gumbo or smoked duck. It's prized for its unique taste and tender texture. Normally, I cook duck in various forms, such as confit, roasted, or even in hearty stews, but this time I needed something special for the celebration. Faced with the shortage, I had to think on my feet. Instead of just substituting with chicken or another poultry, I decided to get creative. I used a combination of locally sourced quail and a bit of pork belly to mimic the texture and richness of duck. The quail provided that gamey flavor, while the pork belly added the needed fat content. I marinated the quail in an orange-based sauce to infuse it with the right flavors and roasted it alongside the pork belly. The result was a delightful dish that had everyone guessing and enjoying the unique twist.
Jennifer, that sounds absolutely ingenious. I love how you combined quail and pork belly to replicate the duck's richness. It must have been a real hit at the celebration.
I agree, Sarah. Jennifer, your creativity shines through. Using local quail and pork belly is such a brilliant solution. I can only imagine how delicious and unique the dish turned out.
Oh, Jennifer, that sounds mouth-watering. The idea of marinating quail in an orange sauce is fantastic. It's inspiring to see how you adapted and created something new and exciting.
Absolutely, Jennifer. Your approach is so innovative. It's a great reminder of how we can turn a challenge into an opportunity to experiment and create something wonderful. Your dish must have been a real treat for your family. Starting off, I think one of the most critical criteria for purchasing duck is ensuring it's fresh. I usually buy duck for dishes like Peking duck or duck confit, and freshness is key to getting the best flavor and texture. When buying fresh duck, look for clear eyes and firm, springy flesh. Always check the packaging date and make sure it's stored at the correct temperature.
I agree, Chloe. Freshness is paramount. For me, another important criterion is the duck's origin. I prefer locally sourced duck, which is often fresher and supports local farmers. In Florida, we have access to some excellent local farms. Knowing where your duck comes from can give you confidence in its quality and ethical standards.
That's so true, Maya. In Washington, I look for organic certification when purchasing duck. Organic ducks are raised without antibiotics or synthetic hormones, and they're fed organic feed. This not only ensures better animal welfare, but also the cleaner, more natural taste in dishes like my favorite duck cassolette.
I completely agree, Emily. Another crucial factor is the breed of the duck. Different breeds have varying fat content and flavors. For example, Pekin ducks are great for roasting because they have a higher fat content, which keeps the meat juicy. When buying duck, ask about the breed to match it with the dish you're planning to cook.
All excellent points. I'd like to add that it's important to consider the duck's age. Younger ducks tend to be more tender and have a milder flavor, which is perfect for dishes like duck à l'orange. Always inquire about the age of the duck, especially if you're aiming for a more delicate and tender meat.
For an alternative to duck, I often use turkey. In Washington, we have access to fantastic free-range turkeys. Turkey has a slightly milder flavor, but can be prepared in a similar manner to duck. I've found it works well in stews and roasted dishes, offering a comparable texture.
That's a great alternative, Emily. In Florida, I sometimes substitute duck with alligator tail meat. It's quite unique and has a rich, slightly gamey flavor similar to duck. I've used it in gumbo, and it works wonderfully. Alligator tail can be a fun and unexpected substitute.
In California, I've used lamb as an alternative. It has a rich and robust flavor that can stand in for duck in many recipes. Lamb shanks in particular are excellent for slow-cooked dishes and pair well with fruit-based sauces, much like duck.
Interesting choices. In New York, I've substituted duck with rabbit. Rabbit has a delicate, slightly gamey flavor and can be cooked similarly to duck. It's great in stews and paired with hearty vegetables. The texture is quite close to duck, making it a suitable alternative.
Wonderful suggestions, everyone. In Texas, I sometimes use venison as an alternative to duck. Venison has a deep, rich flavor and can be very tender if cooked properly. It works well in dishes like stews or roasted with a sweet glaze, providing a similar taste experience to duck. To wrap up, we had a fantastic discussion today. I share my experience with the duck shortage and the creative solution I found. Sarah, Emily, Maya, and Chloe all provided great insights into different criteria for purchasing duck, including freshness, origin, organic certification, breed, and age. We also explored various alternatives to duck, such as turkey, alligator tail lamb, rabbit, and venison, each offering unique flavors and textures. Thank you all for your contributions to this enriching conversation. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. We hope you enjoyed our discussion and found it helpful. Until next time, take care and happy cooking.